into the week before our spring break. We have a great news show again today.
That we do. And we have students from Miss Olson's class to lead us in the pledge. Please stand tall, face the flag, put your right hand over your heart, and be ready to join in reciting the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much, third graders. You did an excellent job. We now are super pumped to welcome our principal, Mrs. Nelson, to our studio.
Good morning, Stoker Sharks. I love that introduction. Super pumped. Well, I'm super pumped to be here. It is our last Monday before our spring break, so we do have 3 school days this week. You have off Thursday, Friday, and then the whole next week. So let's see what we can do in these last 3 days, because these are also the last 3 days of the third quarter. And then when we come back, it will be fourth quarter. So let's start out with some bucket fillers. We have Nico in 326, Angel in 266, Gabby in 348, Ben in 356, Elijah in 326, Noel in 342, Olivia in 270, Jillian in 366, Connor in 330, and Miley in 372. Also, we have some classroom awards. We have arrival and dismissal going to Miss Schmidt, assembly to Miss Schmidt, classroom to Miss Unger, and then Miss Weber's kindergarten class has been busy. They have arrival and dismissal, cafeteria, hallway, classroom, restroom, and another classroom. Great job, kindergartners. All right. So, with that being said, there's not hugely exciting things this week, but we do have 3 weeks of hard work, the end of the third quarter, and then we return back. Anybody know what day we return back to school? April 4th. Okay, so that Monday, April 4th, is when we come back to school. Please have a safe break, have a fun break, a relaxing break. Don't forget, we can learn every day no matter where we are, and we can read every day no matter where we are, and then we'll see you back on April 4th, okay? Right now, Accelerated Reader is 32,887, but I know you guys are going to do so much reading that when we get back, it's going to jump, right? And you did an amazing job in the cafeteria last week. Every single classroom got our cafeteria award, so great job. Shining Sharks going to Unger and Fisher. Let's see if we can do that with this short 3-day week this week, okay? Everybody, that would be a great thing when we come back. Also, we are very close to 28 stars for a lot of people, but we do have a winner at 29 stars. Our 4K classroom with Miss Connor and Miss Rajeski. Wonderful job. And triple bonus stars. Ooh, they just went out to some classrooms this morning. I saw them picking them up. So for attendance from last week, we have Miss Connor, Miss Rajeski, Miss Navarro, Miss Gagliardi. We have Dr. Giroux, 99% with Mrs. Schmidt's class. Great job. Mrs. Sejak's class, and 99% with Miss Sioko's class. Wonderful job, everybody. Again, have a relaxing, fun, enjoyable spring break, and we'll see you back on April 4th. Have a great short week.
Thank you again, Miss Nelson. It is time to check out what Stoker students are working on. I believe we will see some amazing third graders, and for sure some excellent acting by our very own 4K students and kindergartners.
"4K presents Little Miss Muffet."
Little Mr. Muffet sat on his tuffet, eating his curds and whey. Along came a spider that sat down beside him and frightened Mr. Muffet away. Little Mr. Muffet sat on his tuffet, eating his curds and whey. Along came a spider that sat down beside him and frightened Mr. Muffet away. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider that sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Little Mr. Muffet sat on his tuffet, eating his curds and whey. Along came a spider, sat down beside him, and frightened Mr. Muffet away.
Mrs. Cass's class presents Reader's Theater.
There was a classroom of very naughty kids.
Your turn, Ellen.
They whispered and they giggled and didn't do their work. Miss Nelson was their teacher. She was sweet and kind and nice. But all that changed on that day.
Viola.
Viola swarms around. She made them do their lessons. She had them work and work. No stories and no talking. It really was the worst. In the end, the kids were learning. They smelled and did their work. They got Miss Nelson.
Both of you.
They got Miss Nelson back again before they went berserk. Once there was a classroom of very naughty kids. They whispered and they giggled and didn't do their work. Miss Nelson was their teacher. She was sweet and kind and nice. But all that changed on that day Viola's swamp arrived. She made them do their lessons. She had them work and work. No stories and no talking. It really was the worst. In the end, the kids were learning. They smiled and did their work. They got Miss Nelson back again before they went berserk.
Mrs. Schmidt's class, Legos and Computers.
We have space in between them. Which one's the first one?
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We have some interesting news to share with our students. April 2nd is Autism Awareness Day. So,
All Stoker students are invited to enter an Autism Awareness poster contest. Your teachers have information to share with you.
what we need to remember is that everyone deserves to be treated with respect, kindness, and understanding. That there are different ideas on the poster contest information sheet to help you plan your project.
Good luck, and remember, all posters will be displayed around Stoker. The posters are due by April 7th. Have a great week, Stoker students.
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Woohoo! Our vacation starts tomorrow. Welcome to this edition of the News at Stoker. I'm Haley.
And I'm Amelia. I second that woohoo. Guess what? The teachers have to work tomorrow, so I say we should be extra good today. Let's welcome Mrs. Knocker.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our last edition before we venture off to wherever we're going for spring break. If you're staying home, have a fantastic staycation. And if you're traveling, please be safe. I just want to bring up a few things. Don't forget, the Tuesday after we come back, your Kingfish slips are due. So your teachers are in charge. They have told you your goals. You've set your goals. I've even had a few teachers already turn in their sheets for their classroom. So if you haven't been doing that reading, get it done over break. We want to see everybody at the Kingfish Game on June 9th. Can't wait to see you. Also, wanted to give you some exciting updates on Makerspace. We have some really cool items coming right after spring break from what I've been told, some robotics and some cool circuitry activities. I'm going to be talking to some of you about starting a Makerspace club, so I'm really excited about that. So keep your eyes and ears open for announcements in that regard. And I want to say a big thank you to the whole school for working so hard to bringing all of your books back. We're still missing some, so if you know that you have missing, lost, or late library books, bring them back to me. I know I've talked to pretty much every single one of you who that affects. The more we can get back, the better stocked our library is so that we can read lots of books. So have a great spring break. Remember to read, get those Kingfish slips done, and I will see you in April.
Thank you, Mrs. Knocker. We love hearing from you. I wonder who is celebrating their birthdays. Shall we find out? Okay.
Happy birthday, Stoker. Let's see who's celebrating a birthday this week. Celebrating tomorrow will be Aubrey, Gage, Jacob, and Miss Weber. Woo-woo! Turning 1 year older March 26th will be Achilles. Celebrating their super special day March 27th will be Ava and Jalen. Birthday girl on March 28th will be Faith. And birthday boys on March 29th will be Aiden and Trevor. Blowing out their candles March 30th will be Derek and Omar. Celebrating on the last day of March will be Arzea and Agnesa. It's party hats and streamers for Gabrielle, Gianna, and Tanya on April 3rd. Blowing out her candles April 4th will be Megan. And on April 5th, Janelle and Josh will be turning 1 year older. That's it for this week. Thanks for tuning in to our Stoker birthdays.
Happy birthday, one and all. As you know, we are a PBIS School of Distinction. One of the areas we need to work on is bullying, standing up to bullies. Please watch and learn as students share how you say no.
Hello, Stoker Sharks. Today we will be looking at part 2 of our Stand Up to Bullying videos. In our first example, the student is taken by surprise when someone in the hallway bullies her. Watch how she uses the stop signal.
Who do you think you are? What's your problem, loser? Stop! Stop!
Our student attempted to ignore, but the person continued bullying her. As soon as she got into class, she reported the incident to her teacher. A lot of time, bullying can take place across grade levels. Sometimes older kids will try to bully younger kids, and younger kids will try to bully older kids. Remember, if you see bullying happening, especially with a student who is younger or smaller, stand up and say stop. Hey dummy, give me our oranges.
Stop! Stop! Don't bully my friend.
What's up? This third grader has been bullying this kindergarten and taking my food every day. How can you help us?
Thank you for letting me know. Mary, let's go talk.
Stop!
A person who bullies usually does this in secret and can be very sneaky. They usually wait for the minute an adult is turned and then they snap to action. The magic of the stop signal is that it alerts the bully to stop, but it also brings an adult's attention to the situation. Watch how the student responds to bullying in line. All right, class, time to line up.
Ha loser. Stop.
What's going on here?
I just ran up the line and hit me in the back of the head.
What happened, Elizabeth?
I did not. Yes, you did. Yep. You did not. I didn't do it.
Okay, well, we know bullying's not acceptable here at Stoker, Elizabeth. We're going to have to talk after class.
Sorry, buddy. Apology accepted, but don't do it again.
By using the stop signal, this student showed that he can be assertive and stand up to bullying. Thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for more stand-up videos.
Thank you to the students who participated in bringing us this important message. And woohoo! At the end of this day, we are out of here.
Have a great spring break, Stoker students, and remember, give the teachers a break and be extra well behaved today. See you in April, and don't forget to shut down all electronics.